and a misty, moisty day. Everything's gonna grow, get greener, happier, cleaner. It's all good. So, last night when I went to check on the chickens, I counted 7, which means we're only missing 1. So let's go count them again and just make sure we've got the number we think we've got. All right. Oh, there's 2 of them in the laying box. That must be uncomfortable for a mama hen. I think that explains how the blue eggs are getting into her clutch. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we're only missing 1 bird. In case you're wondering if she ever gets off the nest to eat, here's your proof. She doesn't do it very often though. Poor old Tilly last night. She was so scared of the rain and thunder. At least, we think that's what it was. That she snuck into her space here in the what we call the dog garage. Hi, Tilly, hi. And crammed herself into a corner, and then she couldn't get out. So we were wondering, where on earth is Tilly? Well, I know, you're right. All night we were wondering, and then I went out in the evening and came in here, and all I could hear was thump, 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 thump of her tail. But she was all crammed in her corner, and I had to move a few things. So, okay, I know it's exciting. So she could get out and be free. But she was acting really weird all night. And at that point, it hadn't even rained yet. But it sure did rain later. Well, it's Sunday, so it's another baking day. I've got some bread rising. And I'm just gonna attempt, well, I can't really see much besides mess, but I'm gonna attempt some Black Forest cupcakes. All right, it's time for acquisitions. I warned you. I had such a wonderful time at the Fiber Fair, and there were so many cool vendors there, but I was on a limited budget, and there was one thing in particular I really probably wanted to get. But we'll start with the small things first. The first thing I got is this. I wish you could feel it because it's so soft and luscious. And I think if I open it up, you'll be able to guess what fiber that is. Can you see how drapey that is? Soft and drapey? It's alpaca, undyed alpaca. So there's a woman there named Jane Atkins. Ooh. And they had an alpaca farm, and they're just getting rid of extra stock at this point. So I was lucky enough to get 2 skeins or hanks of this sport weight alpaca, plus, I didn't bring it, some dyes. I'm gonna try to color some of this yarn. This is 200 grams, so if I maybe split it into 4 50 grams, I'll be able to get 4 different colors and make something interesting out of that. We'll see, I'll think about it. If you have any suggestions, let me know. The second thing I got for $10. Now, why would I want to get that? Okay, let me just show you why. Can you see this old relic? So this was one of the 3 spinning wheels that my husband got for me at an auction. He didn't intend to get 3, he bid on 3, thinking maybe he'd get 1, and with a max bid of a fairly low price. But we ended up with 3. For whatever reason, it wasn't very popular. And while this spinning wheel does actually work-ish, let's see, it's a double drive, and it does make a nice sound, but it is definitely not, I actually really love it, and I will try to spin with it, but it's not functional at the moment, and I don't have enough time to mess around with it. The second spinning wheel that came with the antique auction was this one. It's a lovely old castle style wheel, but it just doesn't work at all. So it's a lovely decoration atop the aesthetics closet. And that's where the retail is. So get familiar with the room. When you're in the facial bed, you can look up and see that very cool spinning wheel. This is the third spinning wheel that came with the auction, and it, I believe it needs new bearings at the very least, and just a whole lot of love. You could probably get it going, but you could see that, again, there's no brand on it. I don't know where to get parts. It'd just be such a labor-intensive thing for me because I don't have the resources. So this one's gonna go. So I think at this point it's pretty easy to guess what it is I got at the Fiber Fair. You ready? Here we go, I'll show it to you. Here it is. It's an Ashford Traditional, the most popular beginner spinning wheel in the world. Came with 7 bobbins, a Lazy Kate, and I did have to put it together, which is what I did the other night, and that was no big deal. My husband helped me with the tricky part. And yeah, I've been working on it. You can see I've got a little bit of terrible spinning on the bobbin at the moment. But you know, practice makes perfect. I just have to keep going and I'll figure it out. I'll use my new book. So there it is. The new Ashford Traditional spinning wheel. Do you have a spinning wheel? Do you spin? What do you like to spin on? I'd love to know if you tell me in the comments. I'd love to have a look. Well, I'll Google it and I'll look at what spinning wheel you have. Tilly and I are out for a walk because Brian didn't come home last night. Now, when he lived at his old house, he very often didn't come home. He was out for like a nighttime hunt, but he hasn't done that at our house yet, so I'm a little concerned. I doubt I'll see him, but he's out for a walk in the breeze anyhow, just in case. And Tilly's having a great time. It's actually pretty beautiful out in the trees. It's pretty sheltered. A little bit of rain, but it's nice. It's really nice. I could take this weather over plus 30 any day. This is great. So I'll keep you updated if Brian shows up, or I might be crying if he doesn't. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching and spending some time with me, and I'll see you again tomorrow.